My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, today's Gospel passage takes place during the feast of the dedication in Jerusalem. The people gather around Jesus and ask him directly, "If you are the Christ, tell us plainly." They are not really searching for truth. They are demanding certainty on their own terms. Jesus answers in a very profound way. He says that he has already told them, not just with words, but through his works, and they do not believe. A question can be asked, why don't they believe? Because as Jesus says, "You are no sheep of mine." This may sound strong, but Jesus is revealing something important. Faith is not only about hearing words, it is about belonging, it is about relationship. Then he gives one of the most beautiful images in the Gospel. "The sheep that belong to me listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me." Saint Gregory the Great explains this in this manner. To hear the voice of the shepherd is to obey his commands. So listening is not just hearing, it is responding, it is following. In our daily life, many voices speak to us. These voices could be fear, pressure, opinions, distractions, but a true disciple learns to recognize one voice above all, and that voice is the voice of Christ. And that voice is not confusing or harsh. It is steady, personal, and faithful. Jesus then makes a great promise. "I give them eternal life. They will never be lost," he says. St. Augustine, reflecting on this, says, "They follow because they believe. They do not perish because they are known by God." This is our security, not our strength, not our perfection, but the fact that Jesus knows us and holds us. Jesus goes even further. "No one can steal them from my hand." What a deep assurance. In a world where everything feels uncertain, Jesus says clearly, "If you belong to me, you are safe in my hands." This does not mean life will be easy, but it means we are never abandoned. Finally, Jesus declares, "The Father and I are one." This is the main focus of the Gospel. Jesus is not a teacher or a prophet. He is one with the Father. To listen to Jesus is to listen to God Himself. To follow Him is to walk in the very life of God. In today's first reading from the Acts of the Apostles, we see how today's Gospel can be lived out. The disciples begin to preach not only to the Jews but also to the Greeks. The church begins to grow beyond boundaries. Barnabas encourages the people to remain faithful with heartfelt devotion. He recognizes the work of God and rejoices in it. It is here in Antioch that the disciples are first called Christians. That name means those who belong to Christ. In other words, those who listen to His voice and follow Him. Today's message is very simple and straight to our hearts. Christ is speaking. The question is, are we listening to Him? To listen means to trust Him. To trust means to follow Him. To follow means to belong to Him. And if we belong to Him, then we have nothing to fear. Because He says to us today, "I know you, you are mine, and no one will take you from my hand."